This is a chicken, this is a fish, and they cost millions of dollars to make. So how do we live with Israel and how do we live with Palestine?
Why everyone hates Nas Daily. He is a sellout, always had strong dislike of that rat. He is basically a living MLM scheme. I cringe every time I see someone share Nas Daily. I lose all the respect for that person. He's the fakest person on the planet. Nas Daily, the monarch for Nasir Yassin, is a name that became synonymous with 1-minute viral videos that tell compelling stories from around the globe. With 13.8 million subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views on each upload, Nas Daily has crafted a career many would envy. However, beneath the veneer of his success positivity, Nas Daily has faced a barrage of criticism and accusations that have tarnished his reputation. From allegations of cultural insensitivity to accusations of fraud, I decided to explore and break down why Nas Daily has become a controversial figure and the events that led to his audience turning against him. Nas Daily's journey began in 2016 when he left a lucrative job at Venom to pursue his passion for travel and storytelling. His mission was to create daily 1-minute videos for 1,000 days, documenting his experiences and sharing interesting stories from the travels. His first video was uploaded on April 9th in 2016.
You're trying to get this to be awkward?
Maybe. Is this shit working?
I don't know.
I have no clue why I'm doing this, but I think it'll be fun. Here's the idea. Once a day, I'm gonna make one video that's 1 minute long.
On his Facebook page, making the start of his ambitious challenge. His unique storytelling and diverse cultural insights quickly resonated with millions, and by the end of his 1,000 days journey in January 2019, Nas Daily had amassed a substantial following of 12 million followers on Facebook. However, Nas Daily's content creation journey began even earlier. On November 5th in 2012, he uploaded his first YouTube video where he and his avid friend sent a hamburger into space.
I sent a hamburger to space for less than $1,000. Let me explain.
This video, along with his second upload solving a Rubik's Cube around the world, attracted a lot of attention. Despite these early successes, it wasn't after completing his 1,000 Facebook daily challenge that Nas Daily began focusing more seriously on YouTube, leveraging on his existing fan base to boost his channel's growth. Now let's dive into the controversies that has fetched Nas Daily a significant amount of backlash. The world's oldest tattoo artist controversy. In July 2021, Nas Daily uploaded a video titled World's Oldest Tattoo Artist, featuring Wong Odi, a 103-year-old woman from Philippines who creates tattoos using traditional methods. The video attracted a lot of attention, gaining over 1.1 million views, widespread praising the highlighting Wong Odi's unique cultural heritage. However, controversy erupted when Nas Daily announced in the video's description that Wong Odi would be teaching on his Nas Daily Academy, a platform providing educational content from the experts worldwide. The situation escalated when Wong Odi's grandniece claimed on Facebook that her grandmother had not signed any contract with Nas Daily and accused him of exploiting their culture. She took to Facebook and posted, "Warning, Wong Odi Academy is a scam. My grandmother did not sign any contract with Nas Daily to do any academy. So, people are taking advantage of our culture. Please help us stop this disrespect to the legacy of Apple Wong Odi and Batbo tribe." Palikas wrote on the Facebook group Tattoo by Apple Wong Odi. In response, Nas Daily released a video sharing Wong Odi signing a document with a thumbprint, asserting that she and her family had consented to the project. Despite this, many viewers found his defense unconvincing and accused him of cultural insensitivity and exploitation. National Communication on Indigenous People (NCIP) in the Philippines launched an investigation revealing that the Kalingas tribe tattooing art is a collective culture property requiring the entire community's consent, not just Wong Odi's. Nas Daily's failure to understand and respect those cultural nuances led to significant backlash and loss of around 500 followers within 3 days. During this situation, one of a Filipino person sent out a tweet saying, "Let's protect our country, our legacy and history. In the end of the day, we are Filipino, and only Filipino can understand the culture of Filipino. Let's protect our pride." The Cocoa Project controversy. Another major controversy involving Nas Daily was his encounter with Luis Mabulo, a Filipino farmer and a businessman behind the Cocoa Project, an initiative to empower farmers and fight deforestation. Mabulo accused Nas Daily of mocking the local accent and culture, calling Filipinos poor and dismissing the Cocoa Project as unworthy content. She claimed that Nas Daily was more interested in creating viral content than genuinely supporting her cause. Nas Daily denied these allegations, stating that the Cocoa Project was not what it seemed and accusing Mabulo for exploiting farmers. This public dispute further damaged Nas Daily's reputation, with many viewers questioning his integrity and motivations.
Over the past week, there has been a lot of fake news about Nas Daily. We stumbled upon a fake story in the Philippines, which is the Cacao Project. On paper, it was supposed to be a non-profit that helps farmers. In reality, it's a for-profit that exploits farmers. We said we cannot do this video in good conscience. We cannot show you things that we are not confident on. We refused to make that episode, even if it would go viral. And that decision pissed off a lot of people. He didn't eat our food, they said. He insulted our farmers, they said. He made fun of our accents, they said. Of course, none of that is true. It is false. And people continued with this fake news. The same people say we used Wang Ad, which is also false. In everything we do, we get permission. We worked with the family directly and got their consent. We made sure to support them during these difficult times. We did all of this as an act of support, not an act of exploitation. I am angry and you are angry and we hear each other. That's why we paused Nas Academy for now to work with NCIP to make sure everything is legal and everything is okay because we care.
The Sam Bankman-Fried incident. In November 2021, Nas Daily uploaded FTX. The video praised Bankman-Fried's philanthropic efforts and committed to donating a significant portion of his wealth to charity. However, in late 2022, FTX faced a severe liquidity crisis leading to its collapse. Bankman-Fried was accused of fraud and money laundering, resulting in his arrest and conviction in 2024. This incident severely undermined Nas Daily's
Billionaire named Sam who wanted to donate all his money to charity. He had this idea
man as he was arrested. As I did more research about the situation, I came across tweets concerning Sam Bankman's arrest that read, Sam Bankman-Fried stole money from investors to bribe the establishment of the past regulations. So, no, the right answer is not to pass through regulations. That's what Sam would have wanted. The US government is dropping 6 charges against crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried, including campaigning, finance violations, and conspiracy to commit bribery charges. Bribes are okay as long as they go to the DNC. Check out Grifter Maxine giving Fried the Godspeed sign. Another person shared, some people are above the law. Sam Bankman-Fried paid himself over $2 billion and his team another $1 billion before filing for bankruptcy. He is still a free man. The Binance controversy. In May 2022, Nas Daily posted a video titled Most Humble Crypto Billionaire, featuring Changpeng Zhu, founder and CEO of Binance. The video aimed to portray Changpeng as a down-to-earth and relatable individual. However, Binance was later charged with breaking sanctions and money transmitting laws. Changpeng was found guilty of money laundering.
This is the richest guy in the world from crypto.
Hi, my name is CZ.
He made over $60 billion But his mom still called him stupid.
I became convinced that cryptocurrency is going to be the future and it's going to stay.
His conviction was so strong that he sold his entire apartment and invested it in Bitcoin. $1 million.
Most of my friends thought I was crazy because I was selling an apartment in Shanghai to go all into crypto, and I was quitting my job. So I was jobless, homeless. By most people's definitions, that is crazy.
He was crazy. In the next 2 months, Bitcoin crashed by 70% and he lost $700,000. Even his own mother told him he was a stupid kid for wasting so much money.
That was an opportunity of a lifetime.
He stopped playing poker. He stopped all his hobbies. He quit his job. He left his friends and spent 9 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week for 5 years working on blockchain technology.
This pattern of promoting controversial figures without thorough vetting has led to the growing skepticism about Nas Daily's content. Many viewers now question whether his platform prioritizes engaging stories over truthful and responsible reporting. One of the persons shared on Twitter and wrote, FG has arrested Binance employees in a bid to clamp down on cryptocurrencies and rein in forex speculation. Another person tweeted, breaking, Binance faces 3 criminal charges: unlicensed money transmitting business, violating the International Emergency Economic Power Act, and conspiracy charges. The Palestine-Israel situation. For his support during the Gaza war, Nas Daily declared that as someone who had formerly identified as Palestinian Israeli, he now views himself as an Israeli first. I do not want to live under Palestinian government, he wrote in a post he shared in the online platforms of his community. For the longest time, I struggled with my identity. A Palestinian kid born inside Israel, he wrote in a post on X, formerly Twitter, that has since been shared by millions. Many of my friends refuse to this day to say the word Israel and call themselves Palestinian only. But since I was 12, that did not make sense to me. So I decided to mix the two and become a Palestinian Israeli. I thought this term reflected who I was. Palestinian first, Israeli second. But after recent events, my thoughts turned to anger. I realized that if Israel were to be involved like that again, we would not be safe. To a terrorist invading Israel, all citizens are targets. 900 Israelis died so far. More than 40 of them are Arabs, killed by other Arabs, and even 2 Thai people died too. And I do not want to live under a Palestinian government, he added.
So for those that don't know, I'm Palestinian Israeli. It's a combination that I do not wish on my worst enemy. Okay? I'm full Palestinian, but I was born under the Israeli government with an Israeli passport. So Nas Daily, by the way, I think now we're the 2nd most popular Israeli citizen. The problem is when you're this popular and you say you're from Israel, the comment section, all of it says there's no such thing. Because now you have followers in Egypt, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, you know? And then you face yourself with the reality is you must talk about the sensitive stuff. But everybody wants you to say, okay, let's talk about who's to blame in the Israel-Palestine topic. Al Jazeera's entire business model is around that. So I want Nas Daily to be the opposite of that. So let's talk about how we can fix Israel-Palestine. And we've made right now like roughly 50 damn videos about people who are trying to bring people together between Jews and Muslims and Arabs and Christians. And you know, it's incredible. Like the guy you just showed me there, he's building a university for Palestinians and Jews. And I mean, a lot of people are doing great things. Yet if there's a terrorist attack, that's what traditional news talks about. So I feel like there is a room for companies like Nas Daily.
Which means I only have one home, even if I'm not Jewish, Israel. That's where all my family lives. That's where I grew up. That's the country I want to continue to exist and so I can exist. Yassin referred to the Palestine cause. He emphasized that Palestine should exist too as an independent state. He added, I hope to see the country thrive and become less extreme and more prosperous. I love Palestine and I have invested in Palestine, but it's not my home, and concluded that from today forward, I view myself as an Israeli Palestinian. Israeli first, Palestinian second. Sometimes it takes a shock like this to see clearly. Trust me, he could get enough backlash on that. Nas Daily's journey from promising content creator to a controversial figure offers several important lessons. First, the responsibility that comes with influence should not be taken lightly. Nas Daily's failure to fully understand and respect cultural contexts of his stories led to accusations of exploitation and insensitivity. Second, thorough research and fact-checking are crucial, especially when promoting influential figures. The incidents involving Sam Bankman-Fried and Chang Peng highlights the risks of prioritizing sensational stories over factual accuracy. In the fast-paced world of social media, where content creators are constantly vying for attention, maintaining transparency and integrity is key to building and retaining trust with your audience. I think Nas Daily's experience serves as a reminder of the importance of ethical storytelling and potential consequences of neglecting basic principles. As a content creator, it is essential to balance narratives with responsible and respectful reporting to foster a more informed and inclusive digital landscape. As I was doing research on this video, I had two questions that kept ringing in my mind. What are your thoughts on Nas Daily's handling of controversial topics and his response to criticism? Do you think he has a responsibility to be more mindful of his influence and the impact of his content? How do you think content creators like Nas Daily can balance the need of engaging stories with the importance of factual accuracy and cultural sensitivity? What steps can you take as a content creator to ensure that you are respecting communities and individuals that feature in your videos? If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with your friend. From me, till next time, see you in my next
Over the past week, there has been a lot of fake news about Nas Daily. We stumbled upon a fake story in the Philippines, which is the Cacao Project. On paper, it was supposed to be a non-profit that helps farmers. In reality, it's a for-profit that exploits farmers. We said we cannot do this video in good conscience. We cannot show you things that we are not confident on. We refused to make that episode, even if it would go viral. And that decision pissed off a lot of people. He didn't eat our food, they said. He insulted our farmers, they said. He made fun of our accents, they said. Of course, none of that is true. It is false.